Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that comes out on NPR January 16th, 2019. Shutdown will be worse for economy than first thought, White House says. I mean, how could you not believe that? You got less money circulating in the economy. You got things that are shutting down. In fact, here in my state, federal court is going to be open only for one more week. If this thing is not resolved by then, the federal courts will be shutting down. They may have like a skeletal crew there, but they won't be holding any federal court, which means all of the cases are going to be backlogged by the time they get started. And they're already warning people, even if they file their income taxes, it could be at the very end of the year or even next year before you even get your tax refund. So this thing is a mess. It's a huge, huge mess. And I was just looking at another article that was talking about the TSA agents up at the airport. The airport lines are now backed up and it's taking longer to get through the lines. And these agents are calling out sick in record numbers all around the country. I mean, come on, let's face it. I don't know anybody that wants to get up out of their bed and work for free. These people have obligations in their life that have to be met by their paycheck. Your rent, your mortgage, you got bills, you got to take care of your children. The world does not stop because Trump wants some damn wall put up. I tell you what, if you want to know how to lose public support, take their money and you'll see how fast the support for this president will just wean away. It's happening now. The partial government shutdown is inflicting far greater damage on the U.S. economy than the Trump administration previously estimated, the White House acknowledged. Trump's economists have now doubled projections of how much economic growth is being lost each week. They originally estimated the partial shutdown would subtract 0.1 percentage points from the economic growth every 2 weeks. That is not true. That is not true. I'm not even an economic expert, but even I know it could never be that low with everything that's going on. All right. Now they see the loss happening every week the shutdown lasts, according to a CNBC report citing an unnamed official. Well, unnamed, afraid to name themselves. Coward. The economy grew at 2.8% annual pace in the fourth quarter of 2018, according to an estimate by the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. The partial shutdown, the longest in U.S. history, is in its fourth week. So, yes, this now passed the 26 days under the Clinton administration. So, it is official. This one is, without a shadow of a doubt, the longest shutdown, y'all. On Tuesday, the White House economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, acknowledged that the partial shutdown's economic effects are a little bit worse than the administration first thought. During an interview on the Fox Business Network, Hassett, the chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, noted that White House economists had originally miscalculated the rate of damage, in part because they failed to account for government contractors. Yeah, it's a lot. When you really think about this, you got the people with government contracts that hire contractors, and sometimes those contractors hire subcontractors. So now you got all those people that are not working now. About 1.4 million people work under federal contracts, but there are no official numbers on the number of contractors affected by the shutdown. We've got a very large federal workforce with a majority of employees who are not on Uncle Sam's payroll. That's right. That's right, because you wouldn't have contractors on the payroll or subcontractors. Right. New York University federal workforce expert Paul Light told NPR earlier this month they will not get paid for this unpaid vacation. And I'm not sure how they'll recover if this shutdown continues much longer. They won't. They won't. This thing is going to do so much harm to the economy, it's not even funny. You're talking about one more month for food stamps, one more month for low income people getting their rent covered. And like I said, you got the federal courts here impacted. You have all of these people right now working for free, the TSA agents, the corrections officers, and so on and so forth. There are so many people working out here for nothing. And I'm telling you, if this thing drags on beyond February, you're going to have a lot of people refusing to show up for work. So so what you're saying, you think about this, what Trump is saying, he expects these people to work for free from December 22nd, possibly through February and possibly March. And I was looking at an article today that Section 8 recipients will be cut off by March if this thing is not resolved. So, yes, this thing is a mess. It's going to do many things economically to this country that you probably never thought you would see happening. But I am just astonished with how things are accelerating along these days. Now, the immigration courts are closed, and they said that stuff is already backlogged before the shutdown. Can you imagine how far behind after this thing is over? Well, ladies and gentlemen, all we can do is wait and see. But this thing looks bad. I was even looking at an article that said food is no longer being inspected because of this shutdown, because those were federal workers that were food inspectors. So now all of this food is coming into the country and it's not being inspected. And that could be dangerous. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.